I want to play one soundbite from you from the Making of Gettysburg documentary. This number 9, Sarah.
And I think that it'll be a healing experience to see this film. It should be. I think that through all the death and destruction and murder and mayhem and the tragedy of it all, there will be a catharsis, again coming back to the Greeks, and it'll be very healing to relive what our ancestors lived through and to feel it as a part of who we are as a people.
That's the aspiration of the film. In my opinion, it accomplishes that and exceeds it. But before we leave the main 4 segments of the show and go into the Tuesday Takeout Outtake Especial, I want you to take a minute to talk about the healing and that it's not easy to do movies about the Civil War because we're still so subconsciously unsettled about it.
Well, the war settled some things. It absolutely held the Union together. That was the original aim, the Northern aim. It started out because the South wanted to secede, form their own country. The Union wanted to hold the country together. That was decided. We didn't have 2 nations. We had 1 nation at the end of the war. The second thing that was decided, the war aim switched in 1862 after the Battle of Antietam and the Emancipation Proclamation, which was put into effect on January 1st, 1863, the Day of Jubilee. Incidentally, it was celebrated for decades and decades as a big holiday in America. That emancipated the slaves. So by the end of the war, in the 13th and 14th Amendment, which immediately followed on the war, these were the 2 big immediate achievements of the war, results of the war. The Union stayed together, 1 country, and African Americans were freed. But all the underlying issues were still there. Does sovereignty lie in the state or in the national government? Does sovereignty lie with the individual or with the government? And every single debate we've had about the size of government, what government should do, what it shouldn't do, what it should leave to the states, we're still there. We're still debating all those things in the present moment. The other issue of race, very much a part of the discussion in America. It hasn't gone away. It ebbs and flows, but it's with us. How do we resolve this question? How do we get to the place that Martin Luther King talked about, where we don't judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their heart? We're still working on that. So all these issues that came to a violent confrontation in the Civil War are still with us and still part of the American character. And another thing that the war brought out, which is very much a part of the American psyche, is the dualism of the American character that, on the one hand, like Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain, wants to go and free people, liberate people, and the other part of the American character says we should be minding our own business. This is also a contemporary debate, which is very much alive today. Should we still have 8,000 troops in Afghanistan? What the hell are we doing in Afghanistan? That's one argument. Another argument is, no, we owe it to those people. We can't let the women go back into the servitude they were in under the Taliban. So we still have those issues as Americans, the Crusader American and the live and let live, mind your own business American, was very much the duality of the American character.
Ron Maxwell, it's been an amazing pleasure for me. We have one more segment, but this ends one part of our show. Thank you for your time. It's been
pleasure.
a great, great pleasure. I'm Major Garret. See you next week.